Hey guys. Hold on. Y'all, I have to go live and I have to talk about this, but I'm talking about it while I eat this plate of salmon. So, America is a joke. Y'all, I woke up today and I was just like, I'm done with this shit. Like, I don't see how anybody takes this shit seriously. America's been a joke a long time ago. They literally killed and tortured, enslaved our ancestors, like literally. So, like, why is this even a surprise today? You know what I mean? Everything that we had, um, they killed and destroyed. America is not. It's not founded by my father's boo. You know what I mean? So we're gonna dive into different topics. Let me put a. How do you do this? I'm trying to put a ask me a whatever. I don't even care. Let me just get this off my chest real quick. Sorry, y'all. But okay, so I remember I was never a Trump supporter, but I used to make like little jokes, and I used to agree with some of his words. However, I just was never really taking the whole thing serious. Like I really didn't care who won, who lost. And now, like, look, this is not a political page. I'm gonna say that right now. This is not a political page. So don't take anything personally. Just take what's hola. Just take what resonates with you and what doesn't. But like I was never a Trump supporter, although I agreed with some of his stuff and I also agreed with some of the other side stuff. However, it was always a joke to me. If I'm being honest, it was always a joke. And when Trump won, I was like, sweet, whatever. Why? Because I never voted for anybody. I don't vote. People are like, you say you agreed with, because I would talk to people and they would be like, well, you say you agreed with Trump, why you not voting for him? Pause. Just because I agree or whatever don't mean I know him personally. If you're not doing nothing for me, I can't help you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not voting for you. You're not finna get me to get up and come up out my chair if motherfuckers still got bills to pay. You telling me my ancestors was in slavery in this country and I still have to work? No, so no, I'm not voting for anybody. Period. I don't care who the fuck they is. And if I'm just being honest, because America is a joke. It literally is a joke. And let's start off with one thing, okay? Healthcare. In some places in America, it's illegal to not have health care. And that doesn't make any sense because to me, that just shows that it's about keeping the poor poor. Because how you going to find somebody or make it illegal for somebody not to have health care? Obviously, if they don't have fucking health care, they can't afford it. Number two, they got all of this shit in this food. The whatever the fuck they're doing to this food literally sucks. The when you go to the doctor, they're not curing you. They're helping you with the symptoms, but they're not curing you so that you keep coming back. And I've had family members who had kidney failure and who had bad things, hysterectomies, you know what I mean? And I tell you, every single person that I've talked to has given some type of really fucked up review about the healthcare system. And so that's one thing. The healthcare system is a corporation that wants to make money. Everything in this country is about money. Money. They need to profit off of other people's demise. And that is what's evil. They don't care about the people. It's not like a tribe or a country that cares about people, their people. It's about money. If you live in America, go drive down the street, go to a city, and then tell me what you see. Businesses. At least where I'm at, you drive down the street, you see McDonald's, you see Dairy Queen, you see Quick Trip, you see Schnucks. Everything all on the same road, and you continuously see it for miles unless you're going to the highway. Why? Because it's a business, bro. America is a business. Hold on, my son's crying. Hold on. Y'all, I have to go get my son. But I don't want to show his face. I don't like showing his face online. But cause America is a business. Yeah, like America is literally a business, and like, hold on. Please, she looks adorable. Oh, it's a he. But thank you. But yeah, like, okay, so we covered healthcare. Number two, fast paced. America is an extremely fast paced society, and as a person who likes to relax, have time to enjoy your life, like that's why you're here, have time to love your family, and have time to do what you like to do. Um, I don't like fast pace. I don't like everything being fast. Now I gotta do this. Now I gotta do that. Now I gotta do this. Now I gotta do that. Like, bro. And it's just like I remember, like I straight remember being a kid, probably like 6 years old, a baby, and I would be outside at the bus stop at like 5 a.m. and I wouldn't get back home until maybe like 4. I'd be at school all day, not having fun, in a building, being taught a bunch of bullshit, and um, repeat. It's just like after years of that, once I got into like fucking sophomore year, I was burnt out just with people and with the fast paced everything. Like my mom was a single mom. She was always working. She missed out on a lot of things because she was working, you know, and just doing her best to provide. You know what I mean? And like it's just it's too much. It's just way too much. Because like I said, America is a business, and it don't matter how fucking hard you like. You can work hard, but America is about keeping the poor poor. Okay, you can work as much as you want at like a regular job. You shouldn't have to work a regular job and then work two side hustles and everything like all day every day is about money. How I'm gonna get to this money. How I'm gonna get to this money. How I'm gonna get to this money. Like, I get that. You know what I mean? And like, I don't have a scarcity mindset. So I believe that money is abundant. That everybody should have money. Everybody should have resources. And I'm privileged to be able to be sitting online right now and not having to stress about certain things. However, I'm not going to turn a blind eye to people that have to, that I know should not have to. And just the fact that this is becoming normalized, it really fucking gets under my skin. Okay, hold on. I gotta close this door. Okay, number three. Number three. A lot of people are house broke. What is house broke? That's owning a house, but being broke. And broke on the inside. Not even just financially, but just in the inside, just broken. And everything, all of the time, and majority of the money that you make, or a big chunk of it, goes into taking care of the house. And then it goes into repairing the house and all of these other unnecessary fucking fees and bullshit, like HOA, like homeowners association, and a bunch of other shit that's extremely over fucking priced. Like, just a bunch of fucking bullshit. I don't see how people do this all day, every single day, and then just feel like they can't escape. And like, it's one thing after the next, one thing after the next. Like, bro, y'all not tired? Like, bro. And so, like, I know a lot of people that's house broke. They have like a nice house, but they slaves to their house. They don't get to live in their house. Half the time they living for their house, or they're slaves to their house. The house owned them. They don't even own the house. The house owned them. You know what I mean? So that's another thing. Number 4, and honey, the list goes on and on. I woke up this morning and I'm telling you, I was like, this is fucking bullshit. I'm done. Like, literally, I don't want to live in a country where everything is about, sorry guys, I think he's poopy. But I don't want to live in a country where everything is about money and material things. You know what I mean? And one wrong move, one wrong fuck up can result in you being on the streets. Like, bro, is niggas not tired of this shit? And then another thing, transportation. You do know that a lot of places in America is car dependent, especially where I live. Like, unless you live downtown St. Louis, and like, even if you do live downtown St. Louis, you're still gonna need some form of transportation to get outside of downtown St. Louis. Does that make sense? So, let me explain how this works. There are corporations that'll purposely defund public transportation so that people can get cars so that they can make more money. And then what happens when you have more cars? Well, there's more money for the gas companies because everybody needs to fill up their car. And there's more money for the car to be fixed because you have to repair the car. And I was just like, I wonder how it would be to just, like, what just happened to the taxis? Where the fuck is the taxis? You know what I mean? Like, why do I have to, because Uber is really expensive for people who are maybe low income and middle class. So it's not ideal to call Uber every single time you go somewhere. Where are the taxis? Well, probably because Uber and other corporations like defunded or bought out the taxis and stuff. So you can't go outside no more and call a taxi and be like, hey, You know what I mean? Or like call a taxi by phone and get to point A to point B in a affordable manner. Even with public transportation here, like you have to get a ride to the bus stop or to the Metrolink. So even then, you still have to get a ride. You know, so people who ow, so people who like don't have cars, or even if I wanted to choose to not have a car because I don't want the responsibility in this place where I am, it's not ideal. Then there's another factor of things that you have to do and take care of. Mother things. But yeah. Like for real, I want a better lifestyle for my son. I don't want him to have to grow up like in all of this shit. Like it's normal. Another thing, like I was talking about politics, it's a fucking joke. It's all a fucking joke. It's literally just to keep you distracted from the fact that everybody gonna have to pay their fucking bills any fucking way. The fact that they get to control how much food is. Like, food should be free. To the fact that they're defunding farmers and fining farmers. Distraction from the fact that your life was not meant to be. This is still slavery. It's just free slavery. You know what I mean? Think about it. If you have to work 40 plus hours a week, plus a side hustle, and another side hustle, barely got time for your kids. It's people who working 60 hours a week because they just need to get ahead, to get somewhere out of where they are. You know what I mean? If you have to do that, are we not in slavery? Like, that sounds like slavery. That does not sound like freedom. You know what I mean? And that's part of the reason why, like, I'm gonna make sure that my son got a different lifestyle, because it's it don't make sense. It's still slavery. We're still working and lifting up the backs of people who are millionaires and billionaires, and not to say that being rich is bad. I'm rich. I'ma always be rich. It's a good thing to be rich, but when you're rich off of the backs of people who are suffering, that's wrong. And if there's billionaires and there's people out here who are starving, that shouldn't be a thing. Because billionaires, like, do you know how much money $1 billion is? It's a lot. It's enough to help a lot of people. You know what I mean? So something about America is really fucking sick and twisted. And yeah. But where y'all from? Let me know. Like and subscribe. I'm gonna have some workshops coming up. I just had a nervous system reset workshop, and the girls loved it. Like, it was amazing. So I'm gonna be having more soon. I'm gonna be having more soon, so just wanna let y'all know that. Yeah, so make sure y'all like and subscribe. And let me think of some more things, because I know it was like a list of freaking reasons. I just noticed that in America, people actually be mad at you for being different and being outside of the norm and outside of the standard that everybody's been programmed to fit in. Like, seriously, as somebody who's different and wanted different in school and wanted different in lifestyle, period, people straight did not fuck with me for that. And it just seemed like it's a lot of hatred. Like a lot of people, and I'm telling you, I get looks just by going out and being me. I get looks and stares. So at least where I am in America, in St. Louis, Missouri, it's not really a welcoming, inviting place. Like when you go somewhere and people smile at you and they talk to you like a random person and they want to like befriend you. Now don't get me wrong, I have met some really cool people. Like, you know what I mean? I have family that's really cool people. But when you get that, like, hold on to that, because I literally I literally like just went out like last Saturday and I was wearing a cute dress and I'm telling you, I seen people looking at me like no smile, not nothing. Just haters. And there's a lot of people who have limiting beliefs and a fixed mindset, a very fixed mindset. They have a cup that is already full. Thank you. And being around that as somebody who desires different, deserves different, and wants a different lifestyle for themselves and their family, people will straight up not fuck with you because of that. And to me, that just shows me that, like, oh, yeah, not supposed to see his face. I'm sorry. Okay. It's like people straight not mess with you because of that. And it just shows me that, like, people, you've been trained to think the way that you have been trained to think. A lot of people have been trained to think the way that they think. So that's another thing. I mean, like, the list with this shit goes on. I might make a part 2, but I really need to tend to my son because he's tired. So I might get back on live. But thank you. Like and subscribe. Okay.